Okay, pause. Before 2026 even starts, I need to tell you something nobody says out loud. Winter isn't just cold, it quietly ruins you. Your skin dries first, then your hair, then your mood, then your confidence, and suddenly you don't even recognize yourself in school mirrors anymore. But this time, I refuse to let winter decide how I look. So I did something different, something no product, no aesthetic routine, and no glow up for 2026 video ever talks about. And the difference is actually insane. If you're a student girl who's tired of the winter school air messing up your face, your hair, your entire vibe, then stay. Because I'm about to show you the exact things I fixed this winter that changed everything, without spending a single extra penny. Alright, here's the first thing I fixed this winter, and nobody told me this, because nobody even realizes it's happening. Your face loses balance in winter, not moisture balance. You know those tiny white flakes around the nose? The random dull patch on your cheek? The weird gray tone when you enter school in the morning? That's not dryness. That's your skin barrier rhythm breaking. I know it sounds dramatic, so listen. In winter, your skin doesn't just dry, it becomes confused. One part gets oily, one part gets papery, one part gets red, and you keep applying moisturizer and nothing changes. Why? Because your skin isn't asking for moisture. It's asking for temperature correction. So here's what I did that changed everything. Every morning before school, I take literally 8 seconds to do the warm, cold reset. I splash warm water on my face for 2 seconds, then cold water for 2 seconds, and repeat twice. That's it. No product. No money. No routine. Just temperature correction. But here's the crazy part. It trains your skin barrier to stabilize. Your face stops overreacting to winter air. Your makeup sits better. Your nose stops flaking. Your cheeks stop burning. And your entire face looks alive. If you've never tried this, do it once. You'll see the difference before 2026 even arrives. Here's the second thing I fixed this winter, and it solved a problem I've had for years without knowing the cause. Winter doesn't only dry your face. It steals oxygen from your hair. Let me explain before you think I'm crazy. Whenever you're in school, especially in winter, your hair sits inside heated classrooms, stuffy buses, closed hallways, hoodies, scarves, even under your school scarf or cap. Your hair basically can't breathe. And you know what happens when hair doesn't get oxygen? It becomes flat at the roots and frizzy at the ends at the same time. That weird combination that makes your hair look tired, old, and just not pretty. And here's the part nobody talks about. Winter frizz isn't from dryness. It's from static electricity. Your hair is literally rubbing against sweaters, jackets, scarves, notebooks, desks, building tiny electric charges that make it explode like a lion, even if you just combed it 3 minutes ago. So here's what I fixed, and it's almost embarrassing how simple it is. Every day before school, I do a 10-second oxygen fluff. I flip my hair forward, run my fingers through it from the scalp, not brushing, just lifting, and I let air pass through the roots for literally 10 seconds. That's it. And the difference is crazy. My roots don't collapse by 11 a.m. My ends don't frizz out when I remove my scarf. My ponytail looks thicker. My hair falls better when I walk. And it gives that soft, fluffy winter look without using any product or heat. If your hair looks dead in winter or gets frizzy the moment you enter school, this one tiny thing will fix 60% of it, instantly. Okay, the third thing I fixed this winter is actually embarrassing. Because I didn't even know it was a thing until I saw it happening on my own face every single morning before school. Winter doesn't just dry your skin. It slows down your circulation. You know that weird moment when you look in the mirror before school and your face looks puffy, but your under eyes look dark, and your cheeks look flat, and your lips look colorless. Literally like your face hasn't woken up yet? Here's the secret. It hasn't. In winter, your blood flow becomes lazy in the mornings. Totally normal. But when you go to school looking like that, you think you're ugly. When you're actually just stagnant. And no, drinking water won't fix it. Moisturizer won't fix it. Makeup won't fix it. Because the problem is circulation, not hydration. So here's what I did. Every morning, before anything else, I do a 20-second winter depuff reset. I take my fingers and gently tap around my eyes, cheeks, nose, and jawline. Not rubbing, not massaging. Just tapping. Fast. Light. Like waking your face up. In 20 seconds, the blood flow increases. Your under eyes brighten. Your cheeks literally lift. Your lips gain natural color. Your entire face looks alive, alert, and soft. Before school even starts. This one thing changed how I look in every morning selfie. I look awake, even when I'm not. And I look pretty, even on days I feel tired. Try it once. Your entire winter morning face will change. Now, let's talk about the fourth thing I fixed this winter, and trust me, this one is subtle, but completely changes how your winter skin and hair behave. Winter makes everything stiff. Your scarves, your jackets, even your hair and skin kind of freeze in one shape. And the weird thing? Your body starts memorizing this stiffness. What I mean is, the tiny habits you do unconsciously, like constantly tugging at your hair, rubbing your face when it's itchy from dry air, biting your nails, even the way you sit in class, all of this slowly changes how your skin and hair respond. They start reacting to your habits, not to winter itself. So I gave this a name, the habit imprint hack. Basically, instead of fighting winter like it's an enemy, I started noticing my little unconscious moves and gently reversing them. For example, if I feel my scarf itching my neck, I lift it slightly instead of scratching. If my hair is lying flat from static, I just shake it softly instead of brushing aggressively. My hands don't rub my cheeks when they're dry, I pat lightly with my fingers. It sounds small, but over a few days, my hair feels bouncier, my skin looks calmer, my overall winter vibe just breathes better. And here's the best part, it's flexible. You don't need to follow a clock. You do it whenever winter makes you tense or stiff, and it actually works. This one tiny mental shift, noticing and gently reversing winter's little imprints, made me feel awake, natural, and alive in school again. And it's completely free. The fifth thing I fixed this winter was something I didn't even realize was silently ruining my school vibe, and it's so subtle that almost every girl ignores it. It's not your skin, it's not your hair, it's your eyes and the way your eyelids respond to winter air. Sounds weird, right? But think about it, in winter, the air is dry, classrooms are heated, and every time you blink, your eyes feel heavy or slightly dry. Without noticing, you start squinting, your eyes look smaller, and even the tiniest shadow under your lids suddenly becomes visible. I noticed it in every selfie I took before school, and no cream or concealer fixed it. It was literally the air messing with the tiniest muscles around my eyes. So here's what I started doing instead. I gave my eyes a micro-motion reset. Anytime my eyes felt tight or sleepy in winter, while reading, waiting for the bus, or even walking down the hallway, I rolled them gently in small, slow circles, blinked fully a few times, and looked up and down naturally. It sounds like nothing, but after a few days, my eyes felt brighter, wider, and actually awake, without makeup, without caffeine, and completely naturally. And now, the final thing I fixed this winter, and honestly, this one changed my entire vibe at school in a way nothing else could. It's not about skin, hair, or eyes. It's about your hands and how winter silently steals your confidence. I know it sounds strange, but think about it. Every student girl constantly touches her notebooks, phones, lockers, pen caps, and even her scarf. In winter, the air is dry, heated rooms make your skin tight, and suddenly your hands start looking rough, cracked, or just tired. But here's the secret nobody talks about. Your hands actually send signals to your brain. When they feel tight or uncomfortable, your whole posture, your gestures, even your expressions change subtly, without you realizing it. So I started what I call the invisible hand reset. Whenever I felt my fingers stiff, or my palms dry, or my nails brittle, I would flex each finger, rotate my wrists, and tap my palms lightly against each other, like sending a tiny way-up signal to my hands. I didn't do it in the morning on a clock or schedule. I did it whenever my hands felt frozen from winter. Within days, my hands stopped looking stiff, gestures became natural, pens felt lighter in my grip, and even my aura in school, the small movements, the subtle confidence, changed without anyone noticing. It's completely invisible, takes less than a minute, costs nothing, and the impact is huge. Winter stopped controlling how I move, and suddenly my entire presence felt brighter, softer, and alive.